Okay, so last week you woke up in a burned down town, which you then proceeded to find the characters and Schnitzel. Schnitzel the horse! Schnitzel. You then proceeded to travel through the capital city to then get a boat down to Greg's monastic order's monastery, where a lovely group of Ronin happens to attempt to kill you all.
Yes.
To try and apprehend the fugitive known as Akihide Karatsu.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You all saw some things, saw some stuff.
Yeah,
One of you particularly went a little bit crazy. The one with the rubber ducky in his mouth. And we left it there, so you are currently in the monastery of the Green Order of Monks.
So, where do
I need to get a boat to get back to
your hometown?
You don't need to get a boat, you walk. Do I need to give you guys the map?
You may do, yeah. You might have forgotten that a little bit.
Which is really handy, so that means that,
when
you turned your head
yes.
to the left, it meant that all the viewers at home got a lovely view of that delicious hickey on your neck. It's just, it's just damn, girl.
I'm in love with a vampire.
Oh yeah, it was the boat to get to the monastery, then it's
It's just a straight walk from.
Yeah.
Before we set off from the monastery, I'm gonna sort out the. I'm sorry. What is your master called? Like, what would his title be?
It was
Either father or abbot.
Well,
the other-
his abbot that he is training under, or whatever. You know. I'm gonna apologise basically.
You already did.
I already did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
Well,
apologise.
I'm gonna do it again.
And he
Hey, I bet!
And his response was that it's not your fault. People who choose to follow a path of revenge bring death into their lives.
I did. I'm sorry.
Which wasn't a snarky remark aimed
At Chris.
at the rogue.
Oopie-doopie.
Genuinely wasn't, it's just beautifully worded.
Yeah. It's like, oopsie pickle.
It worked. It worked well.
It'll take you about half a day to walk to Baram. So,
That's fine, well, should we set off in the morning then? As it's probably quite. Is it quite evening now?
no, this morning now.
Yeah,
You
all
will.
Right.
right. Stuff will
Must be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should set off travel.
I'll sort of push the abbots. Thank you for letting me use the pool. I don't know how that worked, but it intrigued me, and I would like to know more. But
Would
that's
you
for another
like
day.
to know more?
Would you like to know more?
That's for another day. That actually bring good reason. I imagine you'll probably want to talk to your own abbots.
yeah. We had a meditation session when I first got to the monastery with me and my grandmother.
Yes.
Did we find anything out in regards to the burningness?
It was unnatural fire, and that he knows vaguely who you could talk to, but he doesn't know where you can find them.
Right, okay.
Which is the Grand Chief Advisor to the Emperor, the author of Aeons.
Right, okay.
So that's gonna be a fun little.
Okay, let's go find God, shall we? That'll be fun.
That's pretty much what he's told you to do.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I'm
No
gonna
God.
grab Snitchel
Yep.
and tie and sort of set off towards the entrance of the monastery and sort of wait there for everybody.
Yeah.
So,
I'm ready to rock.
And all roll.
And all roll.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
I'm
go
high
to
dex,
Baram.
but I'm not rolling all the way.
Let's go to Baram.
Yeah.
We're off to see.
we didn't need anything from Montreal other than just coming here to visit.
We need. I came here for answers, but that's literally all I got.
So we're going seeing your father, aren't we? Remember right then?
Yeah.
Daddy.
Family reunion.
Yay! More nobles! Yay!
Oh yeah, you're not love this.
Yeah. I love nobles, mate. They're great.
Yeah.
Favourites.
So anyway, we set off probably around about like 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you don't really keep time like that, but for ease's sake, we'll say 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you get to Baran probably at about 4 or 5 in the evening.
It's taken us a while to get there.
Yeah, it's a good couple of hours walk, but it's not a full day. It's like a full day's work, but not a full day.
I won't be tired because
Schnitzel.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you might be able to sell us, so.
Ooh.
I'll just sort of like skitch you right behind Schnitzel, just hang on to the tail on my skateboard and just.
On that point, roll an attack roll for Schnitzel. I don't know if you've ever
I'm
grabbed a
not
horse.
actually skitching a ride on Schnitzel.
Okay, only got 7.
It's alright.
Okay.
Plus 30 because he's holding on to it. Right, okay, so you arrive in Bran. Bran is a town situated on 3 hills, with the majority of the town in the valley between them. The small buildings are nestled into the valley, creating quite a picturesque scene. As you enter between 2 of the large hills under a small wooden bridge... I read that wrong. As you enter between 2 of the large hills, you pass under a small wooden bridge. Farms surround the valley. Large farms surround the valley on the outskirts on the hills. Large fields of wheat and rice. Most of the buildings have some area outdoors that house animals such as cows, pigs and chickens. There are 2 large towers that dominate the centre of town, both identical, large white marble edifices with water falling from the top of the tower in a constant stream onto and turning an elaborately carved wheel that sits in a large man-made pool at the base of the tower. The pools themselves are home to a large number of resplendent koi. The smooth marble stones that surround the pools have flowers growing over them in a magnificent arrangement from the cracks between the stones. It's a beautiful town.
That sounds fancy.
I'm home. I'm grumpy.
He's sorry.
I am sorry.
Better I be.
Yeah, I'm sticking to Rye's side closely.
It's the map of Bran.
Oh look, it's Baran.
Ray, not mine.
How tall actually?
apologise.
How tall actually are the legends of this
Ollie. Some freak.
How tall are these hills that this bridge is going over? Is it we're walking?
You're about 15 feet underneath it. It's quite a valley.
That's quite cool actually.
It's quite much.
It's quite large.
The valleys.
I did say sheep.
That was the worst Welsh accent.
It was pretty bad.
The valleys.
I apologise to all our Welsh viewers right now.
I am sorry, Welsh viewers.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to be sticking by Ray's side as we're heading into Bran. I'm going wherever he's going in this town because I feel pretty responsible for what happened to his monastery.
As you should.
Basically, you feel sorry.
I feel sorry.
Okay.
Can we just get "I'm sorry" just written on your forehead for the rest of this campaign? Just Joe's just. There we go. That makes things easier.
Okay. So as we enter, number 28 is my father's tower. If I'm looking at it.
Yep.
It's one of it's one of these houses, isn't it? Yeah.
Number 28's got my father's office in it.
Bedchambers.
Where are you two headed?
Anywhere that isn't that blooming ivory tower.
I'm gonna
Scumbags.
probably gonna find a stable.
There's no stables. Everyone has their own horses. There are like bars and stuff to tether your
Right.
horse to
I-
outside most places.
Okay, then fair enough.
It suddenly turned into a Wild West tower. It's just all.
It's a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
No, I'll follow it.
gonna follow me?
Well, I'll follow you. Assume I'm gonna guess you have some sort of place for a horse. Like put snitch on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll tether and post.
That's it. I'll be coming with you to see what the plan is, but
Okay.
I have other stuff.
Okay. But yeah, I'm heading straight for my father's.
Yep. Okay. As you approach, the guards obviously recognise you, allow you easy passage. They'll try and stop these 3.
We'll say. I need to. I think I need the proof of the 3 being alive. Yeah, I'll just say to the guys that with me, they're no.
As soon as you say that, they'll let you pass. Let them past. You enter go up quite a large set of stairs. You know, it's a tower. They generally have a lot of stairs.
With every step, I look more and more disapproving.
Good. Incidentally, it's immaculately kept.
By the end of it, I'm like, so my lips are so sad they're practically coming off my chin.
He's a sad face emoji. That's what he is right now.
I'm always kind of confused why I'm bringing the schnitzel to the tower, but it's fine, you know.
I did tell you there's a tethering spot outside. I'm assuming you tethered him.
I didn't.
There's a tethering spot. That's cute. Come with me,
That's cute.
Schnitzel.
You desecrated the house of Kazuko.
No, I'll tie a schnitzel outside and ask one of the guys to look after it.
To be fair, I do that on a regular basis.
Yes, he does. As you enter your father's office, study, whatever you want it to be, he's sat behind his desk. He looks up and says, "Oh, I've forgotten your name, Ray." That's your character's name.
Oh, it's like Pokemon all over again. This is my grandson. Now, what's his name? Dickhead. That's it.
So he says, right, you have returned. What news do you bring from the town of... I've forgotten the name of the town.
What was it on it?
Daruta.
Daruta, that's the one.
Yeah.
I should know, I wrote it.
Daruta has been laid to waste. It was burned.
I see. How was it burned exactly? There was scores of men there.
I'm unsure as to how it was burned. I know through meditation that it wasn't man-made fire.
So an animal burned this town to the ground?
Not what I'm getting at.
In character. In character, this noble's alright. He's funny. There's a fly on our map. That wasn't in character.
Could have been.
Could have been. There could have been a fly on the map.
Not in this tower.
No flies here. No flies here.
When I awoke in the town was already burned, but the land around me was untouched.
You're telling me you slept through a fire that ravaged an entire town?
More knocked unconscious.
So you saw the attackers?
Nope.
Explain yourself.
There was some sort of smoke or fog, maybe.
Well, there was a fire, I would assume there was smoke.
That rendered me unconscious.
I see.
At this point, Aki is going to step forward and say, I can attest to this, bow respectfully. I was also knocked unconscious, but did not see how.
His father seems quite taken aback by you stepping up, speaking over his son. It's like, do you not know your place? You're a samurai, I see. You should have been raised with the proper respect.
Apologies.
Of what house do you serve?
Oh! He just bows his head.
How sorry?
Oh, sorry. No, he doesn't say that. Yeah, he just bows his head at that, stays pretty quiet. Averts eye contact.
Your father returns back to you. You bring such disrespectful people into my house.
My apologies, Father. He means well.
He is right as well. It did actually all happen.
In character or out of character?
In character.
Your father just kind of looks at you like...
Actual reaction is...
I'm assuming he'll probably be able to tell from the way I look that I'm clearly
Oh, you're common, absolutely. And he gives you a very scornful look, but he doesn't even speak to you.
Yeah. Good. How many berserk buttons does this man have? Because I plan on pressing all of them.
I do not want to press them. But I will allow you to if you want.
But I'm getting a new character if I press him.
Probably.
Yeah.
We four are the only survivors.
Technically 5.
Technically 5 if you count a horse.
The horse lived.
A horse survived a fire that ravaged a town.
It perplexes me as well.
It's a very intelligent horse.
I'll speak to Snitchell. It's not very intelligent. It's just cute. And loyal.
Bring these people into my house.
At which point, I will just say, maybe you guys should wait outside.
I'm just gonna I was saying before you were actually going to do that, I was just going to wander into the common room, find myself a good chair and just plonk myself down in it and just feel like...
It's a very comfy chair.
Yeah, I like it. Goodness,
It's swish.
wiggle, get your butt crack in there, just get
If Italy was a place in this world, it'd be made of the finest Italian leather.
I thought you were going to say, if Italy was a place, this would be the chair version. I was like, what?
It's like sitting on a giant boot.
Noticing the sort of obvious attention, I'll say to Ray, I shall meet you in town.
Thank you.
Just
I
so-
stay exactly where I am.
Staring at the floor like
Head still bowed.
Poo.
I'm looking around the room, seeing if there's nice stuff, trying to get my butt crack into this
It's a
chair.
very nice office. It's very like wooden panelled walls. There's bookcases everywhere with some. If your character knows anything about books, which he probably doesn't, because he's calling some muck, and I'd be impressed if he could read.
Intelligence 16.
So I might know something
so
about books. If you want to roll a insight, I'll go for insight. Just because it's like appraisal.
11, 12, 13, 14.
You notice that they're all very rare books. The man clearly knows his
I'm
his
just looking
business.
for. Actually, no. I was about to say I'm just looking for means of easy access at night. Then I thought, no, I don't want to murder this one.
No.
This one's cool by me.
Also, there is one dot in, one dot out that you can see. That's it.
Yeah.
As I'm leaving,
That you can see.
Yoshi, Sake.
Always.
And as we leave, I'll just nod to you and go,
Yeah.
As the door closes.
Yeah. No bowing as I leave the room. Just turn my back on him and just walk straight out. Just like. Okay.
As you say, Sake, his father says to you, I recommend speaking to Madam Eva.
ah,
A sake den provides some of the finest sake
Oh.
this side of the river.
thank you very much, Lord
Kazuko.
Kazuka.
He says that to you when you go, Lord.
Look, Kazuka, that's the bunny.
I've been travelling with your son for, you know.
He just kind of looks at the door like, and now you leave. Yeah.
We shall party.
Good. Money into the local economy.
And he does that in character as well.
Really, really tempted to knock some sand off my boots at the top of the flight of stairs, but I think that's just pushing it.
Also, it wouldn't get cleaned up like that.
People just shooting it, just polishing it.
Like the ball catchers in tennis.
Yeah, just boom.
Once they leave, how goes the investigation in the missing persons?
It's still ongoing. We had another disappearance, shall we call it, earlier this week. There's now 6 people in total gone missing. I was quite glad you'd returned, as a watch is severely reduced when its captain is away, and the investigation has been much stalled as our men do not have the mental faculties to deal with such a thing, shall we say.
Yeah. I apologise for being so long. If the investigation is at a somewhat standstill, I'll get right on that.
Okay.
But before I do go, would you have any information on the...
Are you trying to remember the name of the guy?
Yeah,
The author of Aeons?
the author of Aeons.
The Emperor's Grand Council.
Yeah.
He lives in his stronghold in the mountains.
Whereabouts? You
That's
know
all
that?
I know. Apparently it's a place that you can only find if it wants you to find it. It's very mysterious, as everything to do with him is. Pompous ass.
I wish I'd been in a room for that. That would have made me happy.
Although you can't really see it, Akihide smirks at that.
She's like, it's a pompous ass. You're a pompous ass.
That's why it would have made me so damn
I'd
happy.
like to ask you if you have if I heard of anything like the fire that I've encountered.
A non-man-made fire, apart from lightning made by the gods.
A
No,
non-man-made fire that leaves...
leaves people alone selectively.
Yeah.
No, I think you should probably, sleep on it and come to your senses.
Take a swig from... I don't know what you mean.
There is another issue I wish to raise with you. We have Alright, so I have one more issue that I wish to raise with you.
Of course.
We have the chief diplomat of the Akira household. Yes. He's here for the week be leaving soon, I should hope. Very annoying man, as I'm sure you're well aware you've had dealings with them in the past.
Yes, yes.
We're to feast in his honour tomorrow. If you can attend, that would be nice. If not, your brother will be in attendance, and there'll be no dishonour in you not being as with a duty or duties. But if you can make an appearance, that would be
I will try and
appreciated.
I will try and hurry along with the investigation to try and be at the feast. If not, know that I'm at least doing
I mean, even if you can just show your face, it's more of a
formality than anything.
a formality and a I still have my second son kind of thing.
Wow. That's in character at all. Wow.
What sort of monster would kill the second-born son of a nobleman? What sort of animal?
What sort of animal?
What monster?
What sort of animal is talking when he's not in the room?
Can I buy a sort?
Oh no, I'm not in the room. This is just, out of character, just, sort of
Oh, I gathered.
complete disapproval of the act of murdering a nobleman. It's just disgraceful.
Yeah. I believe you had a white mask with a kanji on it.
Imagine.
Imagine. I will try and be in attendance, of course.
With that,
Is he alone?
no, he has his delegation with him. He has to have his people around him.
Very well.
Self-aggrandizing ass. With that, he will then bid you adieu and send you off to go about your things. He'll give you a very pointed look.
Well, before Akahide leaves, he'll step forward. Lord Kazuko, I meant no disrespect. I have offered your son my services and protection and will help him.
Do you not
in
have
his-
another house to serve? You are clearly a samurai.
Do not.
You're a Ronin. Bring Ronin into our house, son.
He is a good man.
I'll believe that when I see it. Remove him from my sight.
I'll believe it when I see it as well. Who the hell have you been adventuring with? Who have you been adventuring with? I'm not there, I can see this, it's fine.
He will leave.
Yes, you will.
Yes, he will.
Don't worry, you'll get a chance to reclaim your own. Just
One
not
day.
not for a while. I'm having too much fun.
Until then,
I-
just apologies forever.
I will go to the nearest guards.
They are stationed outside the tower.
Awesome. I will ask them for the immediate down low of what is going on with the investigation. Where are we up to?
Currently, where they're up to is they have been chasing ghost stories. People have been talking about cults and all sorts of crazy things, like stealing people to do just odd cult experiments and sacrifices on them. It's all clearly
BS.
horseshit, but there has been in the shrines, which are, hang on a second, the shrines in this place, there are a few of them. There's number 7 on the map, is a statue to the Blossom Princess. It's a wood carving of a cherry blossom tree in full bloom. Number 9 is a sort of a holy area. It's various shrines
Right.
that people go to pray. Citizens build the shrines themselves to their own gods. There's currently one to the Blossom Princess, the great old ones, which you know about them.
Yeah.
And there's one to the Pale one, which that's new. That wasn't there when you got back. They mentioned that has appeared, and they are kind of a cult.
Oh.
So that's why they've been chasing that lead.
Are these in the
Town.
in the holy
Town.
place?
In
the
9,
shrines?
yeah, they build their own shrines.
Right, okay.
Kind of, just they build them as their worship kind of thing.
I will then ask where the who was the last person to go missing?
That was. Give me a second.
Meanwhile, we're
Can you remember if I said it was last week?
It was the woman was the last one to go missing.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was the bloke, wasn't
No,
it?
it was a woman.
No, that was the one before.
Yeah,
39.
the one at 39 where I went and fucked up through the fields.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Number 4.
yeah, they'll tell you that the person from 39 went missing last.
And before then?
Number 4.
Meanwhile, just cut to what we're doing, so we're in the sack again. We obviously you've come out of the tower a little bit earlier than what you've done. Taken Snitchel from a little
For a little hack.
Yeah. And I've talked to the guard outside, I suppose, and said, afternoon, evening now. Where would the sake den of Lady
Madam Eva.
Madam Eva be?
Yeah, I named them this week. I realised I should probably do that.
do that thing.
That is at 19 on the map.
Right.
It points you towards Madam Eva's. She's an elvish woman.
Oh, okay.
Well, elvish widow, actually.
Maybe she's some Astarian kindness.
This is the weirdest thing ever. I'm actually playing a character in a D&D campaign. We didn't go Elvish Widow, and I didn't go right.
You guys got it right. Ooh, she's not pretty.
I'll
And Charisma 8. She's going to be prettier than me.
Yoshihiro? It's like it, I believe.
Of course.
Start walking through the town.
It's not a very long walk. The town, while it is kind of spread out, it's not
Huge.
It's not huge. No.
What's,
Still a town.
what's 23?
23.
Because that's a weird shape.
It is a boggy hole in the ground. It's
Okay.
kind of it's got mud that's mildly acidic, and there's strange spiders living there. But the pit does emit a very pleasant odour.
Oh,
The
okay.
entire town kind of smells nice and floral, and it emanates from that pit.
Is it like volcanic or?
It bubbles mildly.
Either way, I'd like to get a drink.
Either way, what the hell is that? But okay.
If you would like to jump in, by all means.
Rouge! No, I'm alright.
I'm going to sort of literally rock up to 19.
As you
Tie
time
my horse off. Schnitzel. Yep.
It's getting on to evening, so it's like the after work crowd, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's people just
Starting to
having the
melt.
usual drinks, talking to their friends, having a meal.
Yeah, no
It's
worries.
quite a social atmosphere.
Well,
There's a mildly attractive elven woman behind the bar. Looks kind of old though, which is odd for an elf.
Yeah, she's like, what? 900.
well, I'll sort of, as we walk up into the sake den, and just sort of notice if there's any sort of staging area. Not that I'm going to one just yet.
There is.
Good.
Yes, you are.
Good, there is.
Do that before me thing.
And evening.
It's
Madam
less of
Eva.
like a performance area, more like where someone might give like announcements.
Right. Okay. But there will be still like a sit on and.
Yeah.
Okay. Always.
I am
Spontaneous
not role
busking.
playing a woman.
No, that's fine. I'm just going to do a little bit of
Yeah, that's fine.
evening, Madam Eva, I believe.
Good evening.
Well,
Welcome to my den.
glorious den, I might
Yes.
say. Indeed. Would you want some music for tonight? I could play a little thing for the whole crowd.
You're a musician in these parts. It's a
Oh,
rarity.
well, not from around here, but yes, indeed, I am.
We haven't had a musician
Travelling.
playing my sake den for a good 50 years.
Oh wow!
By all means.
then, if I must insist, I do. So
Nobody's too drunk. There shouldn't be anything thrown at you if you're bad.
I'm not bad. Don't worry. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Go on. I'll take a little and pay for a sake. Sit down.
Just a quick sort of out of character thing. You should probably ask why nobody's played there in 50 years. It might be a case of nobody's played since the incident.
Musicians aren't really a big thing in.
Alright, okay.
Also, if no one's played here, he's going to play here.
Yeah, it's just no one's played here since the incident.
The Astarians are very big on music and like art and culture. The Valish, they sing songs of great battles.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
These are more focused on art rather
Yeah.
than music.
So,
So it's Japan, basically.
yeah, to some degree. So I'm going to sit down, sort of start sort of tuning up, so to speak, and get ready.
I'm going
A lot of
to-
people at the sound of you tuning up kind of like,
What the hell's going on? Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I would like to have a little bit of a look around and see if I can find anybody shifty.
roll
Because
me a perception.
That is on wisdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19.
You notice 3 men sat at a table. One of them is very pale, one of them is quite slight but hood up, can't really see his face. And there's one that's clearly the muscle, but they look like your kind of crowd.
Okay, I'm going to go to the bar, buy myself 4 sake, which is how much?
A couple of copper.
Cool.
It's not great sake.
Wander over, just sort of 2 cups at once and just sort of do the wander over and sort of the clam. Are we benches or are we sitting on cushions?
Cushions.
Okay, so just wander over, plonk them down the table, pull up a cushion and just very pointedly sit at the table with them like, hello, I'm here to instigate a conversation. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to look at you very pointedly and say, I am here for a reason.
The conversation that they were having when you sit down just immediately stops, and the bigger one kind of leans forward and goes, "Are you lost, friend?"
No, I'm not lost. I thought I would come and join you at this lovely table and share some sake with you gentlemen.
Well, we already have our own sake. Why would we need your sake?
I just merely thought that I could offer you a drink in exchange for potentially something else, you know, sort of a nice little sort of business arrangements, as it were.
What would you be looking for?
Picked up a point.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a schnitzel.
Hey, give me a schnitzel. Picture of schnitzel.
Wait, what?
Tiny little figures I make for people.
Oh, okay.
He likes to whittle.
He's a whittler.
So you'll see. What kind of thing would we be able to give you for sake when we have coin? We can buy our own. Do we look poor to you? The bigger ones don't look like he'd be up for that, but the little one does.
19 decks, bro. 3 at once.
He is a cunning linguist.
I am a cunning linguist. It's amazing, this gear I'm wearing is +5 to dexterity. It's just now. That's going to have to be cut.
Why?
In that case, shout out to the guild. Marry me, fully sure I love you.
That's gonna happen.
I don't care you have a kid, I love
It
you.
doesn't have to get cut, because then we could get a response from her going, no.
No.
But it's actually a video of 3 seconds. Just go, Chris.
No.
but I'm a sexy steampunk necromancer. Steampunk. So technically, how that what establishes that I'm a
Person.
even that's loose.
Anyway, so
Go on.
Anyway, who said that?
you are good with me.
Monty Python shout out? No, never mind. Anyway, so yeah, well, it's just plain and simply, you look like gentlemen who like my sort of crowd, as it were.
And why is that?
You look like intelligent people, you know.
The one with the hood up kind of laughs at that.
Yeah.
Obviously who you're talking to.
That was the point.
The bigger one gives him a kind of a shifty look of.
I was going to say, I'm really hoping he isn't bright enough to realise what I was doing, because if he is, I'm in trouble. But,
Yes. I still don't see what the point of buying a sake is.
Can
I've never seen you before. Don't trust outsiders.
that's perfectly fine. You don't have to drink it if you don't want to.
Can I make a perception check to see what's going on?
Yeah.
It's also coming with Yoshu. Yoshu? No.
Yoshu.
Just looking up from tuning up your instrument.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Giggity.
I wasn't waiting.
That is a 10.
You notice that he's sat at a table. Looks like he's enjoying a nice conversation with some men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
he is.
Yeah, I've basically...
Doesn't look like he's having any trouble at all.
No. I've very pointedly sort of been drinking one sake I put down in front of one of them, so I goes, fine, if you don't want it, I'll just show that, there's nothing wrong with it, and just put it down. That's perfectly fine.
Hey, you drank my sake.
I was thinking about not drinking the one in front of him. He seems like he has all the cranial capacity of a squashed apricot, so I think I'm basically trying to... It's almost like trying to circumnavigate the dumbass and get to the
That's
people
the
who
big
actually
wall.
have brains.
It's the big wall
Yeah.
in front of the brain.
Because I noticed you was just chatting away, I was like, alright, well, he's enjoying himself. I'll enjoy myself.
Performance
Start
checks
You
out.
do that play.
Start playing that music.
I get.
Ooh, not bad. So it's 18.
18?
Points.
You notice the music start, and I mean you've never heard him play before.
Nope.
It is stunning. It's the way I could put it in terms you'd understand. It's got the same kind of rhythmic intensity of Meshuggah, but the same kind of symphonic glory of Dimmu.
In my head, he's literally just in corpse paint. You've
You've never heard anything quite like it. It's
Yeah.
haunting. It's brilliant.
He wasn't tuning up, he was applying.
I was like, okay, just, you guys don't usually get musicians, so I'm just going to play a little bit. Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway, back to the table.
Yeah.
Over the course of the night as well, Alan.
Ooh, my money.
You get 22 gold.
Oh, well, alright. I'll take that, babe.
Just people being like, oh, it's a good song, that play another. Play that same song.
Oh,
A couple of people buy you a sake. You don't have to pay for a sake all night. No.
That's fine with me then.
Nice.
Well, the first one, that's it. So I'm probably going to get
And you've been
drunk.
basically reimbursed for that.
How many do you drink?
A lot.
Whatever people buy me.
Roll a constitution check.
Hey, there it is.
And the drunkenness.
Oh,
That'll do.
that is a... Yep, 10.
Yeah, you ain't walking on, mate.
I've got Schnitzel.
Snitchel's tied up. Let's see if you
First
can
time
untie
I
him
get
now.
to say it of the game.
Glorious.
So anyway, back to your conversation at the table.
Has the big dumb guy been distracted by the music or not? That would be really handy.
It was kind of my thinking.
You could try and use it to your advantage. Apologies,
Nope.
not there, but
No.
He didn't go...
He kind of, when it starts playing, he goes. He's clearly a.
he's heard that one.
Yeah. I know
He's
that.
clearly a Philistine.
Yeah. Not going to call him that because he won't understand it, but he'll still punch me in the face because I'll have used a big word.
Probably, yes.
A word that has more than 2 syllables to it.
I want to say it's bar brawls, not a common thing in Baran. Or just in general, the Nukanese archipelago. Not generally. Bar brawls don't really happen very often.
Yeah, but if these guys are who I think they are, he will have no qualm sticking a dagger between my ribs. So
Depends if they are who you think they are.
I hope they are, because otherwise this is going to be hella awkward. I'm going to try and make this as simple as I possibly can. And I'm just going to turn away from him and turn to the other two and go, I'm interested in the comings and goings of certain people in the town. I was wondering if you would have any information in regards to that.
Who are you with? This is the man with the hood up. Says. All you can see is his mouth and just who are you with?
Will the news have got out about this murder with the... There's no news of the murder has gone out, has it? About my first murder where the
The news that his second son has died. There's no news that it's a murder.
No news that it was a murder. And it's the...
You have that letter.
Is it the Akira family?
It's the Akira family, yeah.
Okay. The best way to describe it is, I would say I'm freelance, as it were.
Freelance.
One Akira is dead, more need to go.
I might have what you're looking for. Boys, keep my seat warm. Meet me in the back and... Well, don't make it too obvious. He gets up and just kind of... You see him step into like the crowd, and then you just can't trace him.
He's just gone.
He's just gone. He's like a ghost.
Okay. I'm going to look back to the muscle and just go, I enjoyed our conversation. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Finish my sake and just stand up.
You notice him pick up the 2 sakes and put down and just go, thank you very much.
Doesn't fuss me in the slightest.
You notice the kind of like the dumb glaze in his eyes when he's kind of gone to get the sake is gone.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
flinging apart.
Yeah. So he was playing the dumb shit. Oh, I like him. He's good. More of him. I like that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to. Obviously, I've taken my sake cup with me.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll be walking to the bar, draining it. Put it down on the. Is the back room behind the bar, basically?
Yes.
So I'm going to need to speak to the bar staff to get in.
I mean, you can.
Do you want me to do continual perception checks? Or...
If you want to try and notice what he's doing, you'll have to do another one, yes.
Yeah. Just because you're my friend.
You did take him to the sake den on behalf of Ray, who was sort of struggling with his father, so maybe you'd be keeping an eye on him as well?
I don't know, the sugar rhythms are hard to keep to.
But I'm just that skilled that I can do 2 things at
Yeah,
once.
he doesn't care.
Understatement.
I'll do one more.
That you've seen. Yeah, you've seen.
What did you
Actually,
get?
we roll
16.
against my stealth. I'm sort of
16?
trying to subtly wend
Did
my way
you now
through.
it's stealth?
That is true. I didn't say I was stealthing, but I have been sort of.
Lost a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's fine. I will allow you to not let me roll this because I'm making decisions because the DM's trying to find his piece of paper. So I just,
Were you rolling stealth though?
I was going to say, but I didn't declare that I was stealthing, so I was just sort of wending my way through the bar, so I wasn't consciously trying to hide.
No, I mean,
So-
so you're just walking through the bar. Where are you heading to?
Heading towards the bar.
Okay, that's fine. And you're rolling perception to see if you can see him.
16.
So do you watch?
16? Yeah, you see him.
Yeah.
You notice that his conversation has come to an end. There's one less person at the table. You cannot recall what that person looked like.
That's fine. Yeah, that would anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't.
Oh, yeah,
you don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
know that. You just know that there's one less person there.
Just lost somebody.
You kind of scan around a bit and you see him kind of wading through the crowd, which people are like on their feet and dancing a bit now, which is
Music. It happens.
yeah, it happens. It's weird for it to happen here because, as far as you know, these people don't really know what music sounds like.
I'm also assuming the dancing is really bad because they haven't danced for a while.
No, it's actually quite good.
Oh.
Throwing shapes and everything. They've got
Yeah.
somebody's managed to source glow sticks. It's just
It happens somehow. It's a rave and
No, it's
probably that
bioluminescent.
mushrooms. Always bioluminescent mushrooms, just in case.
Bioluminescent lichen.
Yeah,
just in
lichen,
case
that's
our adventurers need to go into a dungeon.
Okay, so you notice him walking towards the bar. Boyle, what do you do when you get to the bar?
That's not what I'm doing.
I should hope not.
Just walking through the crowd, just pounding
Because
German.
that would be a lot of people being like,
what's this man doing?
Everyone's there like sort of dancing to the music, and there's this one elven nutcase walking through. It's going. I'm just gonna. What's that face for? Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bar, finish my sake, put it down, and a sort of garçon coffee.
that gets you a very, very pointed look of.
I'm not going to say
No,
garçon
but I mean,
coffee,
like,
but
just that if
just
you
a sort
have that kind
no,
of
it's just
attitude.
sort of a. just
So
not getting
as soon as you
attention.
like lean on the bar, you
Yeah.
notice that she clocks you.
All right, that's
She's
fine then.
very attentive.
Yeah. Okay. So
Garçon is boy in French.
Give that man a cookie.
she Le Big Mac.
Serves like two other people, then she kind of wanders over to you.
Yeah.
So do you thought?
Two things. Firstly, I would like another sake, please. And secondly, I was speaking with a gentleman who asked me to meet him in the back room. If that's all right.
There's a gentleman meeting you in my.
Oh dear.
I beg your pardon.
He just asked me
He's saying there's a gentleman in my back room.
if you wanted to be.
Oh
Roll a charisma check.
You're damn right. That was the best cover in the fucking universe.
And your charisma is a
12. That's an
1.
11.
Yeah, she slaps you,
Damn right she does.
and then she kind of pours the sake and says, "That'll be 1 gold."
Oh.
Give it 2. Keep the change. Little.
She kind of looks at you as if there would be change.
just a little wink and then. So yeah, that's how you cover your ass when you realise you goofed.
So yeah, next.
Okay then, ghost mode.
You notice that she does go and check the back room. She comes out and looks at you like,
Yeah.
"Isn't you crazy?"
It was all an elaborate ruse to say I wanted to butt fuck her. Butt schnitzel her.
Let's do schnitzel.
Okay, so in that case, stealth mode. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19. I will roll a perception for the drunkards. Yeah, no, they just. Yep.
Okay.
You get through the curtain quite nicely.
Wait, no. Did another performance check. 7.
At least he's honest.
It dropped a little bit.
That might be the sake taking
I
over.
think it's probably the sake.
I'm gonna play
Wonderwall.
Stairway.
It's alright. For their perception, see whether they get, like, when they notice it's got worse. I got a 4.
Still good in their eyes.
They are too drunk.
They're not only are you too drunk to play, they're too drunk to care.
There's literally that one guy in like the Stars and Stripes bandana just yelling "Free bird" at the end of every song you do. Just
When you get through the curtain into the back room, there's no one there.
son of a bitch.
What do you do?
Just gonna wait. No, we're coming.
No, there's no noise. Not you can hear the raucous shit music coming from the other room and people dancing, but that is all you can hear.
Smack.
I just sit down and wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
This could lead to possibly the best moment ever.
What? Or he's literally just pissed off.
No. When Madam Eva comes back in the back room.
And I'm giving that like, told you I was in the back room, bitch.
You wait for. Are you just sitting down and waiting?
Well, I'll sort of.
An hour
If
passes.
it's like a barrel or anything like that, I can
Oh,
sort
it's
of-
like barrels of
Yeah,
sake
I'll
or
just
stuff.
sort of take cover behind there.
Where are you, which way are you facing in the room?
I'm going to be sort of leaning against the barrel that is shielded from the curtain, so if anybody comes in, they won't see me. So I'm going to be sort of facing the side wall, basically.
So you're not facing the curtain.
I'm not. If I sort of. I can
When
see.
you turn around to see the curtain, he's stood in the doorway.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll sort of stand and nod.
That's why I was going to wait for you to be like, oh, he's not here, turn around,
Yeah.
he's behind you.
So basically, sort of, you're sitting against something, so my peripherals, I
Yeah,
can sort of see.
as soon as you get it, as soon as you get the door in your vision, he's there.
Yeah. Okay.
And just kind of looks at you.
Yeah, I'm just going to stand up and
Evening.
good evening.
Kind of information you're looking for.
The diplomat from the Akira family.
What about him?
He's next on the list to go. If you know anything about his movements, where he's going to be, that would be very appreciated.
Have you worked with the Midnight Order before?
As I say, this is the
They're the order that were training you.
yeah.
They're the ones that were training you, the Midnight Order.
Ah, right, okay. I haven't had any training yet.
No, when they taught you, said you were learning poisons in your backstory. It was the
right.
Midnight Order that were
Right,
training
okay.
you.
So I have contact with them. They've taught me some basics in regards to poisons and such. I will admit I'm only a learner, but I
Everyone's
intend
a
to
learner.
improve. This is at a risk of making light of something like this. Let's just say I've only done this once before.
Novice. Standard. The chief diplomat of the Akiras is here for a week. He arrived 3 days ago, so he'll be here for no more than 4 more days. They're feasting in his honour tomorrow night. And that's pretty much all I know about him. He has his entourage with him. Spends most of his time in the Kuzco Tower.
Cusco Tower.
The tower of the Kuzco family.
Kazuko.
Kazuko Tower. Kazuko.
Cusco Tower. It's a Disney movie.
Mate, don't wreck his groove.
Threw off his groove.
Kazuko Tower. Thank you.
Well, okay. Still in
that kind of arguing with the narrator is allowed.
Llama! What?
Right, well,
Yeah, so the spends most of his time in the Kazuko Tower. I believe they are hashing out a negotiation over some farmland somewhere. The Akiras want it, the Kazuko family have it. As we all know.
Get it.
They probably will. They always get what they want. By any means necessary.
They need to have some members alive to have things.
At present, they only have 1 member dead, so I mean, unless someone takes a contract out on the rest of them, I can't see you wiping them out.
People have doubted me before, my friend.
They have, for good reason from what I hear.
Smile. Mental note.
ointment. Apply to burnt area.
Burn cream!
He looks at you and goes, how many people were you intending to kill on your first so-called mission?
Ideally, just the Akira.
Well, he killed the Akira and all his immediate staff. Never put poison on a door handle. It's a rookie mistake. Be careful next time.
Crisis.
At that point, you literally just, you blink and he's gone.
Wow, the fucking crisis.
I kind of had to break that news to you at some point.
Oh, it's not that someone knows, it's the fact that I've killed common people.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, that
This guy knows he's part of the Midnight Order. If anyone dies anywhere by nefarious means, they know. Because they probably did it.
Could we cut back to
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm ready for
I'm
it.
literally going to just be having a minor breakdown.
I was rolling to see how long it takes before she goes into the back room again.
Okay.
So we've left the tower.
Yep.
I've asked questions of the guards. It is entirely up to you whether you help me in this investigation or not. I have to.
I'm at your service. I have done you a great dishonour, and until I have regained this honour, I will be at your service.
At your cervix.
Service, but sorry at the same time.
Suddenly, Akihide, registered gynecologist.
So we can either start tonight. Wait, where are we at time-wise?
It's getting on to like 8:30.
8:30.
In promising your father to do this as quickly as possible, I would advise starting straight away.
Okay. We don't have time to go for the other two. We should make a start.
I'm blank at this point.
What's your strength, boy?
13.
Oh yeah, you could probably carry him on. It's fine. He's only a wee whiff of a
Honestly,
man.
I'm just going to head out of the back room after I've had a crisis. So.
Okay. As you're heading out, you notice, as you roll me stealth first.
14 and 15, 16,
Yeah,
17,
that's
18, yeah.
You kind of slip past as she's going through, so you manage to time it so that she opens the curtain and that makes it move, and you slip through as she goes through. It's like
Ninja.
you had 4
Should we
minutes.
go? Sorry.
You had 4 minutes before she came back in.
Should we go and retrieve the other two in our party to assist?
It's only asking questions for now. We can go and ask questions. If we need backup, we can always
Okay, then
retrieve later.
lead the way. Which would you like to pursue first?
I will go to the most recent, so we'll go to 39.
39. Okay.
Check 39. As soon as we get there, I'm gonna basically investigate the property, have a look round, see if we can see any signs of entry or anything like that, or any clues to the disappearance, basically.
Roll me a perception check.
That's a 10.
What would it be on investigation?
A 10. On investigation, it would be an 8.
I was hoping that would give you a bit of a boost.
He's not the smartest.
He's really not, is it?
He's not a brain guy.
He's intelligence 10, so he's about average. We're all right.
That is also not.
He's essentially smarter than you.
Smarter than me. Playing character smarter than me.
Always do. It's a house. It's an alright house. It's got some nice windows.
Wonderful.
Lovely
There are
wooden,
windows on this house.
lovely wooden frame.
They may have gone in through one of them. They
None
may
of
not
them.
have.
Akihide was wearing the same hat you were. I go up to the door.
Are you mad? Did you just almost hit Akihide?
No. I was saying if he had a hat on the same as yours, I'd be...
I was going to say you wouldn't want to make the same mistake his father made.
Is he wearing one of the Kabuto helmets, so you just hit
Do not.
hit the thing at the front, just bong.
Do not do.
You knock on the door.
Yep.
A man answers. He answers the door. He obviously looks a little bit tired. He's like, "What? Oh, my Lord Bride. What brings you to my humble home?"
I have a few questions on the disappearance of your wife.
He looks taken aback by the bluntness of it. And he's like, by all means, come in.
Yeah.
And he beckons you in as well, because you're actually with him.
Yeah, I'll follow.
It could have been a lot worse. We could both have been you drunk and me having no social skills. I think leaving us was the right idea.
What is it you want to know?
Just a few quick. I don't want to keep you Firstly, how long has it been since she disappeared?
4 days.
Where was she the last time you spoke to her? Were you here
In
or
bed.
in bed? Did she disappear from the property?
Well, I have no idea. I woke up in the morning, she was gone, but she normally is. She goes to work at that time.
Where does she work?
In the fields.
Your fields?
Yes. And went out to help her in the fields, and she just wasn't there. Didn't come home that night.
Do you and your wife have any affiliations with anybody around town? Any sort of social circle or?
We generally keep ourselves to ourselves. We trade with people. Just kind of settled here. It's the ancestral house of my wife's family. It was only wasn't too long ago that an old rival of hers, shall we say, moved to town.
An old rival, you say?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I went very British.
Yes.
Yes.
The old rival. Yes. Great.
Before Akihide can catch himself, he says, "And do you suspect him?" And then just sort of goes,
Then that he's like, well, I mean, it's not a him, it's a she.
"Well,
My wife's rival was a woman.
do you suspect her?"
Of course I suspect her, but I have no proof.
And the name of this person?
Thanks. Thanks, Marty. Random name generator.
Jeff Vader.
Jeff Vader, you Jeff Vader. You Jeff Vader.
Maria. Lovely Japanese name.
Mr. Stevens.
Okay.
No, I'm not there catering.
And how long ago did they move to town?
She moved to town maybe 7 months ago.
7 months.
She moved in with what I assume is her partner. Jin, he lives in number 37.
Jin, who lives at 37.
You know Jin, he's a very well-renowned warrior. He used to travel and take like quests for noble houses. Settled here because of settled here some years ago due to a bit of an uproar around his political opinions to do with the emperor. He maybe thinks the emperor shouldn't be the emperor. People don't like this.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot.
Um,
I'm not that.
Akihide's going to step forward again and ask.
If you keep stepping forward, you're going to end up stood on him.
He's stepping back into place after doing it. He's stepping forward to sort of show.
Oh, he's doing high school drama. Yeah.
This
I'm
is my
speaking
life.
now.
He's doing it to sort of show to Ray that he's stepping forward and attempting to help.
You're about 7'5".
I know,
think
which makes
he
it
knows.
so much better.
What makes
He's
it
like,
better is-
dum dum.
Right.
This.
Ray and this guy are probably sat down and you're just like stood up going,
Standing around.
I speak now.
Looming out of the shadows, coming out of the smoke like silent hill.
So anyway,
Really good.
what do you know of the Pale One?
1 second. Nothing. He goes, the Pale One? It's a cult. It's a bunch of crazy idiots worshipping death.
Let's see.
Every town has their lunatics.
The guards have reason to suspect them.
Of course they have reason to suspect them. They worship death.
Ooh, that's sass.
I like to think I'd be sassy if my wife had just gone missing. God damn it.
You and your wife have any?
Soup, yes we have.
Dodgy friends.
Doge friends.
Proper doge.
Do you and your wife have any sort of recreational activities in any way?
I mean, apart from the one that led to our 2 children, not really, no.
Do you have any
Do you
debts?
step forward?
I step forward. Thud. Do you have any outstanding debts?
Why,
did
are
you?
you a bailiff?
It may be reason for the disappearance.
No, we've settled all our debts. We got into debt some years ago when our first child was born, but we've settled all those outstanding loans and...
What debts were these?
Oh, right, I should know all about them. They'll be in his family's history. We borrowed money from the Lord so we could set up our farm to raise our children.
Give that man a commendable.
Step back.
Can you please?
I'm waiting for my next line.
I like to think that when, like, Fuzz's character steps back, the screen of choosing his next line comes up. He's like,
Yeah, that's what happens.
Do you and your wife have any association with the...
Although missing person?
Yeah, the... because we have done it.
Yeah.
The...
Hey, coming up with names.
You can just say any of the other people who've gone missing in town. So
Yeah, any of the other people who have gone missing.
We used
in
to
general.
sell some wheat to the gentleman from Hall.
The gentleman from number 4.
Do I have a name written down?
She's on the hill. You blow it for number 4.
Go to the back.
I lent her my wheelbarrow once.
Didn't get it back for months. Number 4.
Still waiting for it now.
We used to sell some wheat to Darius and his wife, but
Ask him if he's still got me on.
he stopped buying from us some 4 months ago. Said the price was getting too steep, but we hadn't raised our prices in years. There's no need, taxes being so low and all that.
He lied there, he's like, yeah, I got you back, you're alright. We could.
So that's like a don't raise taxes.
Also, don't raise taxes. No say.
That's my dad.
That's not daddy. Okay.
Daddy.
Well, I shan't keep you any further. All the information you've given me is more than useful.
I'll see you out then. I guess I better put my children to bed if they're still in. Shit. He sees you to the door and says, if you have any more questions, be as much help as I can, but...
Yes, you've been more, like I said, you have been more than helpful. Thank you very much. If I need any more information from you, I shall certainly come by at a more reasonable hour.
Thank you. Thank you. Come again.
Thank you. Come again.
Interjecting in here, I'm going to have left the sake den by this point, and I am just roaming the streets having
That was
this
happening
crisis.
while you were doing this.
Oh, it's actually going on.
Yeah, no, that's
Right, okay, in that case.
Because
It
you were going.
I don't understand timelines.
Interwoven.
It's right, like an episode of That Do then, aren't you?
Anyway.
That's it.
Yes.
We shall actually edit that to some way so it's like somebody just rolls in that 20 and then
Probably using the
Making a dick of myself.
Akihide,
it's like, you could.
get out of the house.
No, you absolutely no. Just stood in the corner.
Head scraping the roof.
I can't fit through the door.
How'd you get in?
I don't know. Maybe through a window. Maybe not.
He doesn't know.
Okay. No, yeah, Akihide leaves.
Akihide.
Through a window.
Through a window. No, he doesn't.
Head first,
Okay.
just crawls.
He leaves respectfully and says, "Thank you for your assistance."
He kind of nods at you like you're a strange one.
He doesn't see any response. He's not paying any attention.
Through the door, smashes a hole in the door frame.
So that's exactly how I pictured it.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, so we have
Serious gritty D&D.
we have 2 choices. We can either go and see the people of the feud with the current family, or we can go up to Darius's house up on the hill.
Well, there are where are the next people missing from?
What do you mean? Yeah, so the people who went missing last were these people who
There are-
have just been seen.
There are
The
no
people
people.
before that were up here.
There are no people missing from the house concerning the feud.
No.
I think it is important to stick to the people that are missing to start with.
Very well. We shall go to number 4.
Okay. The bar is quite a rundown house. The windows are shoddy and glass is cracked.
Yep.
There's ivy growing. Will you roll perception?
I'm going to do that, yeah?
Yeah, roll possession.
It's a 6.
Beautiful house. Very well kept.
I just turned
You'd
to,
live in it. You'd love it.
as we arrive at this rundown house, I just turned to Ray. It's a lovely house, isn't it?
You think he's being sarcastic? It's horrible.
I will return in seconds. Oh yeah, it's great. I wish I had one just like it, but I don't. I have a splendid ivory tower.
The garden is quite overgrown. Clearly needs a good weeding. It's like weeding.
God, the guy in the weed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I again just to the door.
A very gaunt, elvish woman answers the door. She's pale and looks haggard as balls. I have such a way with words.
Like a poet.
Haggard as balls.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, all that Ray, but what brings you to?
Oh shit.
I mean, evening.
She walks around with, oh yes, evening.
It's evening time.
What brings you to my home?
I will be as blunt as before. I am here to discuss.
You be blunt. You be blunt.
Close the door.
I'll come in again.
It's just shuts the door, slowly walks backwards.
Walk forward again. Knock. Hello.
Hello.
Repeat of same conversation.
Good evening.
You got it right.
Hooray!
I put my teeth back in.
Yeah.
Are we going again? We're going to have to go again.
We don't.
No, we don't. It's fine.
Okay.
I just, for flavour, it'd be kind of funny. I know I'm not out the sake den yet, but it's from the distance you hear sort of myself just sort of say, yes, and I'm on my horse, roaming around the town, not knowing where the ivory tower is anymore.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
See if you're really fast and got that horse.
That's fine. So, what's it off? Debt.
Sleight of hand, yeah, step.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, you managed to. You see him doing this, and you are amazed at how well he does it because you don't think he could tie his own shoelaces.
I would normally make a stark about it, but I'm having such a
You're having a bad
godforsaken
time.
crisis right now.
You're like, I killed innocent people.
Basically, I'm getting a
Lots of people. I
situation
didn't tell you
where
how many.
if somebody looks at me funny, there will be a brawl.
No,
So
Okay,
That
anyway.
happens. Yeah, it probably does.
super brawl in the streets.
That's the door. Very
Good evening.
and frail woman.
Haggard as balls.
Haggard as balls.
Haggard as balls.
Good evening,
I'm going to be
Lord
blunt.
Ray. What brings you to my home?
I am here to discuss the disappearance of your husband.
Akihide steps forward. You have a lovely home.
She looks visibly offended by this. Because
Don't mind him. He's him.
don't mind him, he's just being him. She invites you in, and I don't know what more I can tell you. Really, he went missing after working up more of a debt than usual.
And I apologise if this is too prying, but the amount of the debt, how much was that?
It's considerable.
I'm going to need a number.
It's around 25,000 gold.
I dropped my pencil.
Step forward, picks it up.
You dropped your pencil.
Akihide is shocked.
He should be.
What costs so much money?
Was it this house? Was it this house? Because it is lovely.
You're actually asking what cost was. His addiction to kafuku.
What is Kofuku?
Do you know what kafuku is? Everyone knows what kafuku is.
No, I have never heard of this.
Would I know what Kofuku is?
Yes, it's the
I
drug.
would-
It's the drug that's.
I will just say it's a narcotic.
That's a big word for the medieval.
It's a
era.
drug, sorry, I realise.
It's narcotics, man.
It's narcotics, dude.
Bro.
Bro, Sidon.
Are you a narc?
Nerd.
No. What?
So, where was he getting Kofuku from? Was it just the... I'd know, wouldn't I? Is it just the sake?
Sake then, yeah. He owed the money to Madame Eva.
Please tell me more about this strange drug.
I will.
Would you
soon.
like to know more?
Not now.
Okay.
Other than through trade, did you have any other affiliation with, I'm going to give him a name, Odo and his wife?
Bishop Odo of Bayeux. That's a history joke for you guys.
Well, we used to buy wheat so we could make our bread and try and sell that to pay off the debt, but, well, the interest on the debt got so much so that we couldn't afford to buy the wheat. We couldn't afford to make the bread. All we seemed to be able to afford was the drug. I don't know where he was getting the money for that either.
Probably selling his body. I don't say that. That would be fucking hilarious.
Retracted.
Is there anything else suspicious that had been going on in and around Buran that you can tell me?
I mean,
I highly doubt it's just been people going missing because of a
well, I mean,
slight drug addiction and
the drugs become more prevalent in recent months, but the only real odd things is that some of the farms have stopped producing.
very well.
A couple of months,
And which farms?
a couple of months back, the farm at 11 and 15, just the fields have been untended and nobody's answered. We used to sell them bread. And stopped answering the door.
No sign
Stopped
of
buying
life
bread. No
whatsoever.
sign of anyone.
Akihide steps forward again.
Oh Jesus.
Where did your husband get this strange drug that you speak of?
The sake den. I've just told Rai.
The sake den?
I've just told Rai.
That is where our friends have gone.
I love this character so much.
Right,
That is where our friends are.
But wait! There is a reason for that. He is charisma 8.
Can I just have an intelligence check to see if you can make that?
That's not charisma, that's intelligence, bro.
He's also intelligence 10, which is
more than enough to do it, but just for shits and gigs, I want an intelligence check.
I also want to do a little bit after this, but
To see if you can make that link.
Just for schnitz and gigs.
no.
It's DC 10.
Yeah,
13.
13.
Okay.
you will.
I was hoping he'd roll his usual 1.
Amazing comedic timing. You see Schnitzel go past the house. Not with me on anymore.
At this point,
Being dragged behind.
Hanging onto the skirt.
My legs stuck in
At
it.
this point, I'll step forward again.
Your hair is like.
At this point, I'll step forward again.
That's the window.
Please excuse me. Right? Schnitzel. I'll just walk out.
Oh God.
You obviously find the bard.
I'll go over to the bard and
He's being dragged by
Yeah.
a horse.
From like down on the ground and staring up. Still trying to play the flute. Badly.
I'm gonna pick him up,
It's the wrong.
put him over one shoulder, casually stride towards him, assuming a sauntering Schnitzel,
Yeah.
and take him by the reins, and then I'm just gonna lead
Roll
them.
me an animal handling check.
You will have also heard me go, big man!
Ooh, okay, that's a 17.
Managed to lead Schnitzel quite nicely.
Alright, okay, so I'm going to lead them back to the ivory tower. which I'm assuming you have told me is yours.
Yeah, so they're basically the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. So I'm going to head back to there.
Okay.
Well, if you
Um,
want to continue with the investigation.
I'm
first.
pretty much done it.
Yeah,
I think,
there's
to be
not
honest.
much more she can tell you.
Yeah, I thank Darius's wife. I commend her on her
Lovely decor, yeah.
lovely home on the inside.
Oh yeah. It's quite tidy. She keeps it quite neat and tidy. I mean, she doesn't have much. There's like, it's like when you first move into a house and you've got camping chairs.
Yeah.
But obviously, electricity has not been invented, so there's no TV.
Yeah.
Just camping chairs in front of a fire that can't afford wood.
Okay. So yeah, I thank her
Yeah.
and I leave.
Okay. She again says if there's anything else that you need, just come and ask.
I believe I have all that I need, but if anything else does come up, I will let you know. Yeah, I got it.
I think with that,
That's the first hour, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the first week we'll catch you next week.
Are we not doing another hour or?
Yeah, but I want to cut the video at some point. That's the easy place to cut it.
Okay.
Because I like to catch you next week.
Okay.
Yep.
Next week, guys.
See you next week, guys.
I'm going to be wearing the same clothes.
We all are.
We all will.
That's why I'm just wearing plain black, yo.
Because we're filming this in one day.
Yay!
Bye, Mom.